Hello, good evening, and welcome back to Andy's Cavern Boxing. How we all doing tonight, folks? Well. They're saying it's going to happen. Not Miami Vice, the Miami Heist. A big robbery in Miami. December the 19th. Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. I find it hard to believe I'm actually saying this. It's been sounded out before. He was supposed to be facing Tank Davis, Avante Davis, but he's had to pull out due to some domestic abuse issue, allegedly. So who were the other runners in line to take on the mighty beard of Jake Paul? Terence Crawford, his name was in the mix. I think Francis Ngannou's name was in the mix. Carl Froch, the very own UK super middleweight legend, he was in the mix. Well, he's been calling out Jake Paul for a while, isn't he? Trying to get a payday out of him, thinking it's easy work. It's not too long ago Tony Bellew turned up one old guy, didn't he? It was at Mike Tyson Jake Paul press conference, trying to taunt Jake Paul into the ring with Tony the Bomber Bellew, wasn't he? So he had the collection dish out as well, wasn't he? Trying to get a payday, though he might deny it. But why would you turn up an old guy and then shouting the odds? I think he was sponsored by some betting company as well, into the bargain. Of course, Tommy Fury, they've always been angling for that rematch, haven't they? Even Big John Fury, the big fighting man, even he was trying to get a bit of Jake Paul, wasn't he? Trying to go on a rampage, pretending he was trying to get out the ring to get him and all this nonsense, but all pantomime. Oh, no it isn't. Oh, yes it is. He's behind you. Anyway, they were all wanting a bit of the cake, weren't they? Jake Paul is the money man, isn't he? He's, like him or dislike him, he knows how to make money. And he is controversial, isn't he? Is it all a big act, though? He even had a face-off with Usyk, didn't he? After Usyk's last fight. Usyk must have been pissing himself at that, eh? Laughing his head off. So, they're saying it's happening, Miami, December the 19th. Well, I'll believe it when I see them weighing in. It could still all be hot air, but who knows, eh? It is coming into pantomime season right enough, isn't it? So, just as we talked about there, they'll be throwing sweeties into the crowd to everybody. Who's going to be the pantomime dames? Is it going to be Eddie Hearn, Frank Smith? I don't think Frank Warren will get in on that game, but I can see Frank Smith and Eddie Hearn dressed up as a couple of pantomime dames. And that'll be it. So Jake Paul's gone from fighting a relative midget in Tank Davis to fighting a giant in Anthony Joshua. I mean, at the best, Jake Paul's a cruiserweight. I think he was a wee bit heavier for Mike Tyson, but he's not really any bigger than a cruiserweight, is he? He's about 6'1". So if this is going to be a real fight, I think they're talking 8 rounds and 10-ounce gloves. If it's a real fight, you saw what Joshua did to Francis Ngannou, and he's a guy similar stature to Joshua, isn't he? He's a big guy. So what's he going to do to Jake Paul? I mean, Jake Paul could maybe run away for a round. Excuse me, please. But he's not going to be able to run away for much more than that, is he? So I'd be very surprised if it lasted more than a round. If it's a real fight, there's no scripts involved, which we hope not. But at the end of the day, I don't want to see a fight like this. I think it's dangerous. And who's sanctioning a fight like this? And what happens if the unthinkable happens? And just say, for example, Joshua does permanent damage to Jake Paul, or worse. We don't want to think about that, do we? So, but whoever sanctions it, I mean, if Jake Paul's daft enough to sign for this, Tank Davis was supposed to be getting 40 million. What's Joshua getting? There's rumours of 50, 60, 70 million dollars. He'd be mad to turn that down, wouldn't he? So you can't really blame him. It is crazy. It's not going to do his legacy any good. But I just don't want to see it. I think it's just a load of nonsense. So is this what boxing's become? Disappointing, isn't it? For true boxing fans. People will watch it because people will watch a freak show, won't they? And people will watch a fight though. But it's not going to be much of a fight, is it? It's not going to be competitive. Or is Jake Paul going to run across the ring like Peter McNeely did to Mike Tyson in his comeback, and then his cornermen jump in and get him disqualified to save his ass? But who knows? There's endless scenarios you could come up with. But the one scenario I'd rather see is just no fight at all. He'd be better fighting somebody like Tommy Fury, who's probably on his own level, and Anthony Joshua would be better fighting somebody like, I don't know, Martin Bakole or any other boxers, about Hergovich, somebody like that. I don't know. But the thing is, the big Fury payday is still dangling there somewhere in the jungle, isn't it? So if Tyson Fury ever comes out the jungle, is he going into the jungle? Celebrities, get me out of here? I don't think so. The jungle that is boxing, it's just what's it become? It's unthinkable that fights like this are happening. But yeah, there we are. That's what they're saying. So I think that's about it for that. We don't want to labour the point too much and give it too much airtime, but because they say it's happening, we've kind of got to talk about it, don't we? So like I say, I'd rather see him fight Fury, but Fury's messing about making Netflix, isn't he? So, and then he's going to be fighting, he's not going to be fighting, he's going to be fighting, he's not going to be fighting. Can't make his mind up. Wants to dangle a big enough carrot in front of him, he'll come running out the boxing jungle and grab it with both hands, won't he? Because let's face it, either two of them could get beat, Joshua or Fury, if they fought anybody half decent. So then that'd be the payday up in smoke. But I can't blame Joshua for taking this big carrot that's been dangled in front of him. Maybe Fury wants some of that as well himself, but nah, we'll wait and see. Like I say, I'll believe it when I see the weigh-in. So anyway, that's enough of that garbage for the night. Don't forget, like and subscribe to Andy's Cavern if you haven't already, and if you have, thanks ever so much, very much appreciated. Until the next time, it's good night from me and good night to you. Cheery bye.